Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm showing you everything that I do on Sunday to prepare me for the week ahead. If you know me, I like to make my life as simple as possible. I have a job that is 99% of the time out of my control. I rely on other people to do my job. So when I'm home, I like to make sure that everything is sort of in order. I have one less thing to think about. That's sort of like my mantra during the week. And so I spend a few hours on Sunday doing that. Some of it involves self-care, cleaning, prepping meals for the week. Anything that I could think of really that can make my week a little bit easier, that's what I like to do on Sunday. I think there's that famous quote that it says, if you fail to plan, plan to fail, or something like that, something to that effect. My routine is loosely based on that. I like to think of it in a little bit more of a positive way of, I just want my life to be as simple as possible. One less thing to think about. So I'm going to show you everything that I do to make my life as easy as possible during the week. So the first thing that I like to do is start off on all of my laundry. I just feel like this takes the longest to do, whether it be the actual washing or me putting away the clothes. I know I'm not the only one who avoids putting away all their laundry. I don't know, it just pisses me off. I don't know if that's too aggressive to say, but it's the truth. Well, anyways, while that's going on, I plan out what I'm going to eat for the week. I do a very loose menu. I don't always stick according to the plan. However, one thing that always remains the same is that I have 3 proteins every week. So that's going to be some chicken, some ground beef or picadillo for us Spanish-speaking folks, and some sort of fish. And this week I was doing salmon. I haven't had salmon in actually a very long time, so this was a nice welcome change. What you're seeing me put on the fish is actually minced garlic. I hand mince my garlic every couple of months. I grab a few heads of garlic, peel them, and then throw them in a food processor so they're minced, and I keep it in a jar, an airtight jar, and I just grab garlic whenever I need it. I found that this is the easiest way to have some spices ready to go. Meal prepping used to take me a lot of time, but I have been doing it for years now, so I know how to do it a lot faster, and this was one of the ways to cut down time in the kitchen. Seems simple, but it really is worth it. So you saw me salt some water for some pasta. So to go with the salmon, I decided to make some udon stir fry. So I grabbed my bag of frozen veggies for stir fry, added the udon noodles, and I let that cook. This is a really simple meal and it always tastes so good. And you did see me add hoisin sauce. I add the udon to the cooked salmon and voila, I've already got 2 meals. Another thing that I like to do is make sure that I don't eat the same meal twice. That's normally my goal. I could even make it up to 3 times. But after the 3rd time, I'm like, yeah, I'm over it. So just keep that in mind. So this is where I add the ground beef or picadillo. Here's the garlic again. I told you guys about it. I just cooked that up. And luckily for me, I had some chopped veggies in the fridge from the last time I meal prepped. I never like to throw that out. I just put it in a bag and it worked out perfect because it was one less thing that I had to do. We love to make our lives easier around here. That ground beef, I paired it with the pasta that I was cooking. And this is my own sauce that I made. I put it in an old pickle jar because why not? And honestly, making that sauce is really easy. It's just crushed tomatoes. I blend them and put some seasoning, a little cornstarch to thicken it, and guess what? I've got pasta sauce. The next thing I'm doing is prepping some rice. So again, that garlic is making an appearance, y'all. I do not play about that garlic. And while that was cooking, I decided to prep the other little bit of ground beef that was left, and I make these deconstructed tacos. Are they tacos or even deconstructed tacos? Probably not, but you know what? They taste really good. It's just some refried beans with queso blanco on top and the taco meat on the side. And normally I eat that with a flour tortilla on the side. I sort of rip it apart and eat it as I'm going. And in between all of that cooking, it was time to switch the laundry. So I put some things to dry and then I put some more things to wash. And then it was straight back to cooking. Now here's the 3rd protein of the day. I'm using some chicken. I tenderized the shit out of it because I hate tough chicken. And then I seasoned it. Just some basic seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I'm not sure if I added paprika. I can't remember, but I don't think I did because I feel like I would have noticed the color. So I put that to fry on the stovetop, and I kind of just let that do its thing. I put a lid on the pan because I feel like it makes it cook just a little bit faster, and I don't have to sit there eyeing it completely. And once that's cooked, I put that on a plate. And this is where my little rule of I don't like to repeat the same meal twice is kind of lax, because I definitely had a lot of rice and chicken, but I don't want to eat the same thing like that over and over. It gets very boring. So for 2 of the plates, I decided to add some black beans that I had left over from the last time I meal prepped, and that helped change the flavor profile. The other 2 are just rice and beans, but I did figure out what I wanted to do with them throughout the week. Like I added cilantro and lime. So there was at least a different flavor profile. I cook all of my meals from Monday through Friday. I do lunch and dinner. Someone had asked me on TikTok if I ever meal prep my breakfast. The answer is yes and no. Like sometimes I will boil some eggs so that way I have that on standby for breakfast. But for this week, I didn't do that. I kept things pretty fresh, or made them day of, if you will. Meal prepped breakfast just does not taste good to me. So once all of that cooking was done, it was time to clean the house. Now this will be a shortened version of my cleaning because this is just a few days after the new year when I filmed this. And if you guys saw my New Year's video, I clean the crap out of my apartment, like top to bottom. I didn't need to go that hard this time. Just vacuuming the floors and mopping them as well. And once I was done with that, I figured I would make some sourdough bread because my starter was at the perfect point to make some bread. Alexa, put a timer for 1 hour. Well, it's been a few hours. Sorry about the noise. I've got the dryer going on. You just saw me making some sourdough bread because I promised a few of my coworkers that I would bring them a loaf of bread, so I'm delivering on that promise. I've meal prepped. I've cleaned the house a little bit. I'm just waiting for this last little bit of laundry to be done so that way I can fold it and put away and then relax for the rest of my Sunday. It's only 5:11 right now. I'm thinking of taking Gypsy out to the park again before the sun goes down. I hate this time change. Once I took Gypsy outside, we play around 15 to 20 minutes every single day, and if I'm lucky, I could take her in the morning and in the afternoon, and I definitely did that on this day. She loves being out here, and I love being out here with her because I feel like she's the happiest. She's just running about. She's living life. And I told y'all that laundry I feel like takes all day. It never stops. Once all of that laundry was done, I did put it away. I have been a lot better about doing that, y'all. I don't have the laundry out for days. Am I a changed woman? Probably. Decided to finish up on some last minute chores like taking the trash out because it was definitely full after a full day of meal prepping and sort of just picking up the house. The other thing that I like to do to make my life easier, I know that I've been saying that a lot, but I do like to refill all of my water reservoirs on Sunday. So my Keurig, I've learned that if I fill it up on a Sunday, it will last me until Saturday or even Sunday again when I've got to fill it up. So it's just one more thing I don't have to think about throughout the week. I also fill the water reservoir in my ice machine. This also lasts me about a week because the good thing about this ice machine is whatever ice you don't use, it melts and it goes back into the machine and reuses it to make ice whenever it's ready to do so. And in true looking ahead fashion, I do pack my bags before I go to work the next day. I'm a news reporter. I carry a lot of crap, stuff for my hair, my makeup, all the stuff that I need to do my job. I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. I still have to shower and blow dry my hair before I go to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.